Hey there. This is sort of a follow-up to a couple other videos that I did earlier, and it ties directly into something that the Voyager materials covered about the 12 by 12, the original tribes and clans, and particularly when we get into software, right? Genetic engineering, radio sets, frequency modulation, right? The center point of a sphere, right? The math function of pi, right? 3.1. I covered the relationship between 1 and 3 and 3 and 1 when we get into the ethers, water vapor, steam conversion, and the ethers, right? Speed, torque speed, okay? Torque speed of software development. Consciousness imprinted into the DNA, right? Running an audio video projection TV screen. So I monitor a number of different stations, particularly when they use certain words and whether they're all caps, whether they use caps, small caps, numbers, essentially what I call codes, translating codes, because somebody's consciousness chose to put the hypertext up there in the manner in which we now experience mathematically, holographically. What they put using their consciousness, we're now mirroring. Now that's in my mirror, right? And that becomes a magnetic recording, unless you're running at a higher rate of speed, in which is not getting recorded, right? Pre-matter phase, matter phase, programming, and an APIN interface, which is a GUI mirror, right? So this morning, this is not coincidence, and particularly when it comes into what Asha Diane covered about the 12 tribe and then the 13th tribe. And when she mentioned the importance of the 13th tribe to be able to hold all the frequencies anchored to Mama, okay? The center point of a bigger sphere of light consciousness, liquid living light consciousness on fire, right? And now we're back to balance, right? Polarity. So I'm a polarity integrator. I'm one with all creation, gifting, high acceleration of electrons, and that's a self-generating power station, right? Experiencing being one with all creation. That's the law of one, which is the law of least effort, in which to do it, okay? So now we're back to mapping the field, which is mapping the balance of the numbers and the fire letters, which are the codes and the code activations, and the importance of what she mentioned, which is sort of an add-on, if you will, because she didn't mention this, but she mentioned the importance of it, of 13, and what's 1 and 3, right? Okay, so now we're back to pi. Now we're back to the relationship between molecules, hydrogen, water worlds, vapor, and the ethers. Okay? And so 13 is 13th Arcturian White Bear clan. So Sirius and Arcturus have a coalition. Okay? And so you can see why that is. Because that's my bloodline. It's AB positive. AB, right? A is 1. B is 2. 1 and 2 is 3. What's a function of 4? Fire. It really is Occam's razor. As complexity as the math and geometry can be in what consciousness experiences by virtue of being able to experience it, the math works. It's that precise. There's zero errors, right? And so that means it fits geometrically and musically. So here, there's a channel called Akura, and that's all caps, Akura. And she self-identifies as an Arcturian. So I thought, okay. And then she introduced her boyfriend, what she called her mate, Dr. Mated Chips, boys and girls, girls and boys, there's only one, blast furnace, right? The electric, the magnetic, joining forces to become one with all creation. So there isn't any separation between what you are and what I am and what love is in living eternal spirit. So the video that she put up this morning said WTF, so we know what that means. You know, you have a W, which is a line that goes at this angle, then it goes up vertical in a shorter log space, back down this way. That's a wave. W is a wave, a W wave. And then a T wave, you know, the line going horizontal, and then a vertical below that. And then we have the F. So that's code, right? To mean, you know, what the fuck, right? And says an Arcturus reacts to Arcturus C subvariant. That's the title of it, was Arcturus C subvariant. So I wrote a few other things down underneath that. One was called sub, S-U-B, scribe, subscribers, subscribes, sonar, right? And then sub, harmonics, scribes, HTTP, writers, write, underwriters, underworld, underworld, overrides, command function to override, overwrite, authority, override authority, and then we have author, Arthurian, roundtables. Oh, author, we're back to A, which is 1. So now we're back to C, because they said it was a sub-variant. A variant is a variable. Oh, possibilities. Remember the math with the minus slash the plus? Now we're back to risk perception. Now we're back to probability functions. The probability. Now we're into probability of timelines. Probability of experiencing something in the future that doesn't serve us by virtue of the units of consciousness that represent units of consciousness that are experiencing chasing electrons versus those that are giving away electrons at a higher rate of speed. Now we're back to torque speed differential and displacement of H2O. So now we're back to C equals 3 and pi equal 3.1. A circle of firelight. Liquid, living, light, fire circles. I know. And it's not coincidental, by the way. The numbers don't lie. She has 17.7 K subscribes, right? So now those subscribers, for all the ones that viewed that, are now experiencing the information based on the mathematical codes, which are the map codes related to the template that they're running. So now we're into templates, Templars, and sacred temples of living light consciousness, fire rings, smoke rings, the ring of fire. So I thought I'd share that this morning because it's getting interesting. Have a good day. We love you all. Be good to yourselves.